Oh boy, what a surprise. I got very sick again. But the good news is, I'm on the mend, so let's get back to the Let's Plays and stuff, shall we? Sorry for the interruption. Hey there, welcome back to The Surge 2. It's been a while, so if you've forgotten about the errand that we are running for this penny lady, I don't blame you. But the good news is, I completely forgot about that. It really has been a while. Anyway, the good news is, it's right over here, because there are some robots to destroy. So we'll be accomplishing that quest in pretty much the first 5 minutes of the video. It's just that there wasn't really a good place to split it up, so I kind of had to cut this quest in the middle. You know, give some dramatic tension, because this lady doesn't really seem to on the up and up, let's say. Boy, this guy, he really just wanted to live. Too bad for him, I guess. But hey, he allowed me to demonstrate a mechanic that returns from the Surge 1. In the Surge 1, if your final attack on an enemy chops off a limb that's already pretty weak, they'll just give it to you and cut it off, and you don't have to do a finishing move, which is nice, actually, because sometimes you're using a weapon that doesn't give you very much energy when you hit enemies, and so you kind of got to rely on riposting attacks to knock off body parts. All right, I'm back. I got your spare part.
How's the spare part hunt going, sweetheart?
I got your spare part right here in my pocket.
Without you, a lot of people would have gone hungry tonight. Your reward is waiting in the cooling chamber. Don't be shy now, sweetheart. You earned every little bit. I'll be with you in a second, okay?
You got it, Harley Minnie Mouse Quinn. Glad I could help, I guess. Oh.
Welcome to Penny's Meat Grinder, sweetheart. I've lured you right into my little web. And now, it's dinner time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, I probably could have guessed that was going to happen. To be fair, though, not the most stable and secure death trap of all time.
Let's dance.
What? Oh, no, lady. You don't want any of this. I mean, okay, if you're sure. Bring it on. Take another swing. Ow. Okay, well, you know, fair enough. But, mine's a little bit better at chopping meat than yours is. Yeesh. The nerve of some people. You know, someone pointed out in the Something Awful thread that the neon sign outside this place is a lady being lowered into a meat grinder.
Don't eat me, please!
So that's interesting.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to save you, like a hero.
Wait, you're not? Then what the hell is going on here? She lured me and my boyfriend inside and disemboweled him right in front of my eyes. Damn bitch said she was gonna keep me for dessert. I thought I was a goner for sure. I suppose I should give you some kind of reward for saving me.
Oh, don't worry. The inspiring confidence boost of being a hero is reward enough.
Someone's gotta make up for what Penny did.
I don't know if it's gonna be you, but good luck with that.
I have nowhere left to go, but maybe I can make a difference right here.
Maybe you can.
You saved me from this crazy slaughterhouse.
All in a day's work. I guess the video can be over now. See you next time. So when we come back later, this lady will be replacing Penny as the vendor. basically, it allows us to buy Penny's stock without Penny having to actually be alive. Which is nice, because it means that we're not locked out of any of the stuff that she sells, rather. And hey, look. Loopbacks. Just like good old Dark Souls. You know how Dark Souls is the only video game that's ever had loopbacks in it? Good news.
Do not, my children, become addicted to a mere tool. You did well to use our chemicals defending our sacred sites. They strengthened your arms and
Oh god, a propaganda broadcast. It's Creo all over again. Let's just ignore that for the minute and check out this sweet Iron Mouse head. Rusty Rat is also present. This is the best comic book shop ever. I mean, it's seen better days, but look at all these sweet helmets that we could put on, but our character has decided not to do that. If only, right? Alright, what do you want?
Poor, benighted children. It is I, Celeste, your humble matriarch. Even though you accept the truth of the spark in your hearts, you strayed from my teachings. The path to deliverance is not through mind-altering narcotics. Do not, my children, become addicted to a mere tool. You did well to use our chemicals defending our sacred sites. They strengthened your arms and sharpened your minds when the unrighteous came to tear down our great works. You drove them from our homes and defended our creed. But the combat drugs were only a means to an end.
Combat drugs?
Comes not only from purity of action, but also from purity of thought. Seek transcendence and be reborn. Make a pilgrimage to the cathedral and become one with the spark again before it is too late.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. These people sound like a bunch of nut bars. But yeah, those nuclear smokestacks on the horizon over there are the Cathedral of the Spark. You might notice it's got their logo on it. They're very brand appropriate, these people. But hey, we've got a bunch of tech scrap. Let's not worry about the Children of the Spark for now. We're just, you know, wantonly murdering them in the name of taking out this little Johnny fellow, and we need to be perhaps a little bit better equipped than we are right now, because I love the Spark Engineer's multi-tool, but it's not extremely powerful to start out. The stunning aspect of it is really nice, but the base damage leaves a little bit to be desired. But we are going to be using it for the foreseeable future, because it owns bones. And, like, muscles with electricity and stuff. Also gonna be putting a couple more points into health than anything else, because enemies in this game do a lot of damage, man. They do a lot of damage. It's actually kind of surprising, but I think I know why. I think the reason enemies do so much damage to you in this game is because healing comes very easy. Like, you only have to get a few hits off before you have enough energy to fill up one of your batteries, and then you can just spam the heal button, right? So, I mean, it's not that bad. It's just that it requires a little preparation is all. Also, these basic Spark dudes, the Spark Engineers, they're called. They're very skittish, and I don't blame them for being skittish, because look at me, I look like fucking Doom Guy. I look like Doom Guy meets Bionic Commando. So here I've just demonstrated that our drone, our new and improved drone, is pretty useful for pulling enemies. That was its basic functionality in the first game, but I feel like they've made it a little bit better in this one, because the ability to pull it out and have it float next to us for a second and like pick and choose when we want to actually fire our shot, like that's a little change, but it definitely adds a lot to almost like a tactical aspect of it, kind of. But yeah, you can see there, that dude hit me and it did like a third of my health bar in one hit, even though I'm wearing full armor that's upgraded all the way. So we kind of got to be a little bit careful. But like I said, spamming healing will get us through this. Hey, I didn't even notice that guy over there. We're gonna have to go over there and say hello to him. I like that little vantage point. I like that vantage point puts this dude that we are about to go speak with in perfect sight. It's great because you can come at this area from multiple different angles. Oh, I recognize this guy. This is the guy that Granny Fox owes a debt to, I assume.
Welcome to my office. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but you look like you've seen better days. You get mugged or something? If you need a bit of cash to get back on your feet, I might be able to help.
I suppose, by your name, Debt Collector, that you're Finn. The Debt Collector.
I guess my reputation precedes me. Yeah, guilty as charged. I'm Finn the Moneylender. You want to get in business or what?
I love that he calls himself Finn the Moneylender. I'm C. Jacobs the Let's Player.
2,000 tech scrap? You have to be joking. If this goes on much longer, I won't be able to feed my family.
Oh, everybody's got a family, man. Everybody's got a sob story. We could beat him up. We could beat him up and steal his armor and weapons and stuff, but...
I hope you see the truth one day. Miss Fox isn't what she seems. Sometimes you can't see the big picture without squinting.
There's no follow-up on that. I didn't want to beat him up. That was the end of the sentence. We could beat him up, but I don't want to do that, so we'll just be the nice person and pay off the debt. The tech scrap that's sitting right next to him almost completely covers the cost anyway. If we owe 2,000 and that tech scrap gave us 1,000, so, you know, good luck with your family, Finn.
This is Officer Clarkson, recording my final report. We found nanite residue all over Flight 221. One of our scientists identified that damn gunk as rogue processed nanites.
Oh,
Whatever that
God.
means. He got real tight-lipped when I asked him to explain. Classified intel, he said. Something fishy about all this. But it's too late now. Those goddamn religious fanatics stole the evidence. I can only pray those bastards don't use the stuff for something vile.
Okay, so these Spark people might be a bigger problem than I was led to believe by Brother Eli. Because it seems that we, apparently, were not the only thing that was inside that plane. Whatever else was in that plane, they took it to their cathedral. And I'm just gonna do a little Babe Ruth's called shot here and say that they're probably up to no good with it, considering the way Brother Eli was prattling on about, you know, while he was interrogating that guy. I'm gonna assume that at some point in the future, we're probably gonna find out whatever the hell they took. Either way, hey look, we made it to ground zero. Technically speaking, this is our character's second time being here, as we just start kicking dudes' heads off. I wonder if our character had the ability to kick heads off before she got an exosuit. You know, our character was a search and rescue officer, I believe, is what our backstory was. It's been a long time since I recorded this by now. So forgive me if I seem a little bit out of touch. We got another nanobyte memory thing here, so let's check that out while we're in the neighborhood.
Only one survivor. I can feel a pulse.
Oh,
The infection levels are way off the charts.
It's gonna kill you.
Try and stay calm. You're safe now.
Where am I?
Don't talk. You need to rest. We'll take you someplace safe.
Hostiles incoming. Get the girl. We gotta move.
What the? Wait, she's running away. We can't let her get to Terminal Z.
For the glory of the Spark, purge the heretics.
Man, these people kind of suck. They have guns and everything, and they still got owned by the Spark guys. That's really lame. They're really bad at their jobs, and they let Athena Gutenberg get away. Nice little hidey spot here. Okay, well hey, now in case you didn't want to go to Terminal Z and beat up little Johnny, now we have an actual reason to go there. Athena Gutenberg is apparently there, I guess. That line she said sounded pretty familiar. You know, she said that in the intro as well. Briefly, you may not even remember it because it was like 1,000 years ago. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I'm being self-deprecating here. But it has been like 2 months since I've posted anything, and I apologize for that. Good news. Hopefully things are going to pick back up soon. In the meantime, hey look, it's an entrance to the underground sewers that we're not going to enter right now because it's full of poison goop, and we don't have any way to resist poison goop at the moment. The underground is kind of like a fast travel system almost, where you can backtrack through the underground and unlock doors from the other side to get around faster. But that's probably not a good idea right now, because leaving would respawn all the enemies. And hey look, it's another audio log. This is great. I hardly have to do any commentary on this episode. Go for it.
Get off my garbage, Don Mortimer. You're not wanted here. I built this damn dirty rubbish heap with my own hands, and now I'm not even allowed to doss here. Well, I don't care, do I, Missy? This place is a ruddy minefield anyway. Can't walk a step without falling over another dud EMP grenade. Damn pieces of junk break everything. I'll get back on my feet soon enough. Just you wait.
You know that your town, or city I suppose, is in dire straits when the local homeless population has to take up refuge right next to a bunch of EMP grenades and whoa! Whoa! Deja vu. Uh-oh. Speaking of grenades, we got a familiar face over there. Let's maybe avoid him for now. You remember him, right? It's the Pax robot from the first game. Remember the first boss? Oh man, he's kind of bugging me out here a little bit. I don't want to get close to him because he'll shoot me, and he will. I mean, you saw that laser sight. The cannon on that thing still works. It's just only slightly disabled. I think I just chopped that guy's crotch directly off of him. That's unfortunate. I don't think I've ever actually really seen the left leg takedown for the hammers. That's a rare one. I usually target the right leg when I want to take one of the legs out. But yeah, you might notice that the enemies in this area are starting to deal a little bit more damage, and they're starting to throw more of these big guys at us, which is it's a little bit annoying because I'm trying to run a professional operation here, and yet we have these guys making my health rocket up and down like a roller coaster. Under normal circumstances, I had this problem with the first game Let's Play as well, actually. Under normal circumstances, remember, they expect a player to be, dying and retrieving their tech scrap and then dying again and building up a little stock, right, to further upgrade their character and their gear. But since I'm not dying, I only get one shot, I only get one chance to kill all the enemies to get the scrap. So I'm gonna kind of fall behind on leveling. But hey, it doesn't matter. We made it to Terminal Z, so almost done with this area anyway. What's the point in complaining? What a pathetic riposte that was. So Oh god, I can't even remember if I explained this. This is gonna be weird for people who are watching this after the Let's Play is over. Because they're just gonna be watching the episodes one after another, and here I am complaining that it's been like a month. Whatever, it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't remember if I've explained this or not. If I have, I apologize, but in case I haven't explained it, the little arrow when an attack is coming at you for directional blocking gets a different color based on how well you blocked the attack. It's green if you get a successful riposte, yellow if you're too early, and red if you're too late. So, I kind of have this problem where I'm hardly ever early and almost always late. I feel like it's just a reaction time thing. So we could open the gate back up and go right into Terminal Z, but I feel like that's probably not a good idea. I got a feeling that all the ruckus we've been causing may have alerted this little Johnny fellow to our location, or at least to our presence. So instead, we're going to take the sneaky way. There's actually no difference between the two paths. It's just that there's more stuff down here, and I want to show off everything this area has to offer, and also get lots of tech scrap for the reason that I just mentioned. I like this area. I like Port Nixon a lot, because there's a couple of different ways to, you know, get around all the various paths. And it's very open from the start, which is really surprising. Like, for example, right behind me is the cathedral. We could go to the cathedral right now if we wanted to. And there's actually not much we can do there right now. But what's cool is that there's like extra dialogue for if you go there early and then come back later in the game when we're actually supposed to go there. It's really neat. I like that they included the possibility for the player to do that. It's cool. It's like we were talking about, Michael and Phil and I, about going to Gateway Bravo, where Ben Burke is hanging out. We can go almost anywhere in the game world right now, and we have to follow the main plot quest before we can, you know, change the world state and all that stuff. But the ability to explore wherever you want, even in a game that's sort of semi-linear, is really, really neat. It's really cool. What have we here?
Attention! Attention! All able-bodied females under, say, 25. I'm in dire need of some good entertainment tonight. Drop by to earn yourself free lodging, a hot meal, all the blue sparkle you can shake a stick at, and a virile, consenting boyfriend who'll be with you through thick and thin. Come to Terminal Z and trade the gutter for my bed tonight.
Oh, God. I'm just gonna assume he posted that on Reddit. Oh. Ugh. It's like, who would be fool enough? Who would be fool enough to do that? To take him up on that offer? I mean, we've only seen his head and I guess the top of his neck, but he doesn't look like the kind of fellow that I would want to spend a night with. A night of courtship. Ugh. So this is what I meant when I said that there are multiple paths we can take. Over there behind me is the lift that we could take right next to that series of audio logs about DOSing. Ugh. There's a nice close-up look at Terminal Z. We're almost there. I mean, I like this area because it's very compact. It's, forgive me for this, Souls-esque, Souls-like. It's got that Souls-style flavor. Oh, fuck that guy. It's got that Souls-style flavor where it's a compact area that winds in on itself over and over. It's really nice. It reminds me of Bloodborne a little bit, actually. This area kind of reminds me of the Forbidden Woods a little. Oh, here we go. Yes! That's 3 times now. That's 3 times I've beaten you up, Pax, and you haven't killed me even once. I like that it plays the boss killed theme from the first game. That's that's really great. That's a really great little touch. Also, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. Like, in this area, they mostly throw these big hammer guys at you one at a time, but occasionally, if you're unlucky, you'll end up aggroing 2 of them, and then you'll end up like this, where you have very little healing and very little room to maneuver. Enemies in this game are kind of intelligent in that they'll kind of sort of take turns when they're attacking you. Like, they mostly won't mob you all at once. Like, you might have seen one of the guys there was circling around me while the other was attacking. But again, if you're unlucky, it won't turn out that way. And so it's back we go. We have one more shortcut to open to the ops center. Oh, I keep calling them that. To the med bay, I guess. Ops center, med bay, whatever they're called in this game. Back to the bonfire. But we'll open that up in a minute. And yes, there's the path to the cathedral if we wanted to go that way. But I'm not gonna, because I'll get my ass kicked by the enemies that are over there. That little diamond with the level number next to the enemy is not just cosmetic. It's also an indicator of, like, a direct multiplier on how hard the enemy will beat you up if they hit you. And if they're significantly higher, the number will be red, and they will kill you in maybe 2 hits. You might survive, which probably should be indicator enough that you shouldn't try it. I like that the enemies are susceptible to status effects. That's something I liked about the first game as well, is that enemies, you know, reacted to being set on fire or poison or whatever. I don't know, it's just nice that it's nice that they don't just ignore, like, elemental stuff sitting on the floor, because there are some games where you have to avoid obstacles and hazards, but the enemies don't. It's kind of a random peeve, but that always bothered me about Battletoads. I played Battletoads when I was a kid, and I didn't like that about it. One more stop before we go and confront little Johnny, and we're gonna upgrade our Medivoltaic injector. So now it can store more charges, which is pretty cool. I think that's neat. I really like that. I really like that you can upgrade your implants in this game, because it avoids a problem the Surge 1 had, where certain implants would eventually become pretty much useless because they just wouldn't give enough health to be worth wearing. Like, take for example the basic health the basic health booster, right? It adds 100 health and then a certain bonus amount based on how high your core power is. But after you get above whatever that core power is, it's useless. It doesn't give you any more benefit. So this avoids that problem by letting you get more bang for your buck per implant, which is really nice. It's one of the reasons that I was drawn to the Surge 1 and also this game, just in general, is the thoughtfulness put into the character building. A lot of games just give you stats to level up and say, this is it, this is all you got. You put points into these stats and they get better. But it's nice.
I'm telling you, Declan, Eli is after me. No way! He's so devout. He's a snake. You know about our sister? She died in her sleep when she was a kid. At least that's what they say, but I know the truth. But would Mom believe it? No, because she loves him so much more. I hate Eli. He's turned the Children of the Spark into nothing but a cynical end times cult. But what about your holy faith? Who knows? Who cares? Just go and tell me what Eli's up to. Go on.
What a surprise. Brother Eli also might be a scoundrel. Who could have guessed that this might be the case? We'll have to talk to him about that sister thing next time we see him. You know, next time we see him and he gives us what we deserve, that we'll be taken care of, or whatever he said.
That I will warn you. You must purify yourself and your men.
Mother, I'm in charge here, and I know what I'm doing. You should trust me for once and leave this to me.
The invaders were defeated, so the drug's purpose is done. We must reunite. You're not a drug lord, you're my son. An heir to the Holy Spark. If you stay on this path, even I will be able to save you from yourself.
Yes, Mother. You're right, Mother.
End the distribution of Blue Sparkle today, and leave these souls back to me.
Of course, Mother. I'll tell them. Thank you for your counsel.
May the Spark bless you, Jonathan. I'll see you in the cathedral. May the Spark bless you, Jonathan. I'll see you in the cathedral.
Has a habit of repeating herself, I guess. Well, perhaps this little Johnny guy might not be so little after all. Once again, what a surprise. Who could have seen this coming? Someone ought to put him in rehab. He seems like he needs it. I wonder if combat drugs in real life are as addictive and powerful, I guess, as this Blue Sparkle concoction. I don't know, it's just a random thought I've had. It's like, are combat drugs a real thing? I know that back in the previous world wars, people used to slam amphetamines, cocaine and stuff to stay awake during long conflicts. Is that what Blue Sparkle is? Is Blue Sparkle supposed to be a reference to the meth from Breaking Bad? Is that what it is? Maybe the lesson from the Surge 1 that we were supposed to gain is that technology has been our downfall all along, and that we shouldn't be watching TV shows that either glorify, condemn, or otherwise present a world of violence, lest we learn from it and become violent ourselves, or something like that. I don't really know. Let's go confront little Johnny, shall we?
Whoa, boss, what? Shit! I'm sick of her telling me what to do! Little Johnny is getting angry!
Oh boy. Well, welcome to our first real boss fight. It's little Johnny, who doesn't even have a health bar. He doesn't even have a health bar. It's like a thermometer. Well, look at this. Look at this, the Surge ass boss fight. Oh man, I love this fight. This fight is a great wake-up call. It's a great wake-up call for players who may be thinking that the game's gonna be taking it easy on them. Guess what? The Surge ain't gonna take it easy on you. It's gonna kick your ass 6 ways till Sunday. I mean, look at that. That sweep is so hard to avoid, and it did a lot of damage to me. Again, let me remind you, I'm running around with pretty underleveled equipment. The only reason that I've survived this long is because I have a lot of experience with specifically this area, because those of you that saw my stream of the beta, I struggled a little bit with this boss, let's say. But I won, and I learned from the experience. But I love this boss. I love the attacks that it's got because the tells are just, oh, that's kind of nasty. Anyway, the tells are so great because they're like tailor-made to punish you for getting greedy with your attacks. Like, right there, it just happened. In fact, it's been happening over and over for the past, like, multiple minutes. It's like strategically designed to punish you for going in when you may not have a chance. It encourages you to make sure you have an opening before you try anything stupid. Or bold. Sometimes those two words go hand in hand. So there are multiple ways to defeat Little Johnny. The version 2 super boss kill that gets you an extra upgraded weapon is to take out those little crab arms that are hanging down from the front. We can target those, but I'm not going to do that because I'm actually not going to be going for the V2 boss kills in this Let's Play. Not because they're uninteresting or anything like that, but because I'm not really going to be using the boss weapons anyway, so I'll just tell you how to do it and you can surmise the rest. I love this boss. It's so frantic and it's got such high energy to it. I love the music. I love the atmosphere. It's just got this grungy, dingy, weird, almost cyberpunk but not really feeling to it. And the whole game's got that aesthetic to a point, and I really, really enjoy it. Good fight, Little Johnny. See you in the afterlife. Woo!
It's over, isn't it? Shame it had to come to this, but you did good out there. Real good. Meet me by the harbor gate. There's something I want you to know.
You got it, pal. I'll join you there next time. Job well done. Victory hard earned. But well deserved. Rest in pieces, Little Johnny.